So if it's all the way back here, and obviously every car is different with how much adjustability there is.
Yeah.
But the farther back it is, the less real estate you have to land on. So you could come forward and not quite make it on the seat. If you bring it forward to there, then you kind of maximize how much space there is for your butt to land.
Okay.
Okay. What do you think about how we would set up? Talk me through what you would do if I weren't here.
Honestly, we only did it like once.
Yeah.
With Maggie. He was there.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you think through it and talk me through anything that you might be thinking about anyways.
Okay, well, just like with any transfer, you kind of just line it up. Sorry, I don't want to hit you with that.
Oh, you're good. I've done this many a time. I don't mind.
So, just to get as close as possible.
Okay.
Make sure this is close enough for this.
Yeah, I like your thinking. I will do kind of the same thing where I think about lining this up with these so that if the board was lying across, it would be flat. So maybe a little farther forward.
Okay.
And I'll be honest with you, a lot of these transfers end up a little bit better if I spot from behind. So I might hop behind you.
Behind? Oh, okay.
Just because we will run out of space
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah, the transfer we did with Maggie, she was in front. So
Yep.
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah. The car up there has a little bit wider of a door and a little bit wider of a door frame here. And the Highlander might also have a wider. I've noticed that mine compared to some SUVs, this space is narrower. If it's wider, if the door, started back here, then there's more space for someone to hop in front.
Yeah.
To be totally honest with you though, I think spotting from the back helps you to do most of the work. And it kind of trains you to do it right. Because if you think of that head-hip relationship, you have to lean real far forward and have your head way outside the car to get uphill like this. And if I'm up here, it tends to kind of take away from that.
Yeah.
So it gives you a little better feel. All right, I'm gonna hop behind you.
Okay.
Back up just a little bit.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Advisable that she sits in front, right? Not at the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
In general, it's gonna be easier that way and better that way. It depends a little bit.
There's my mom.
Hey,
She
how's
okay?
it going?
She okay to watch?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. The front is nice because of that seat that it can go back and up really easily. It can give you some balance.
Got
so
it.
you can lean it back just a little bit while
You're
you're
right.
sitting there to keep balance. So that's one benefit. And then the other is that it typically adjusts. Oftentimes too, the front door opens wider than the back door. That being said, it's just decision making. If all of the things are right and it makes more sense for her to sit in the back, then that's
okay.
fine.
Got it.
As long as you can protect your skin well, as long as you can keep your balance well, and as long as you can, get in safely.
Got it.
But in general, the front tends to be easier.
Yeah, Lisa.
Okay. I'm gonna have you come at this a little bit more angled in. And I'll talk to you about why. Yep. Yep. And then almost like if you can even angle it a little bit more so that your chair is almost propping this door as open as it possibly can be.
Okay.
So kind of feet a little bit farther forward. It's going to be a little different than probably how you've done it in the past.
Just like this?
Yeah, exactly. Nice. So you might have to take that brake extension off before you set the brake. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Couple reasons for why that helps. The more angle you have, the more real estate on your cushion you have without hitting the wheel. So if I even move you a little bit more, you've got even more real estate for that board to be safely and securely underneath you without you hitting your butt back here. The other thing that I like about it is if I'm spotting from the back, now I can be really close. I can block your chair from sliding at all, and I can have really good body mechanics to help you up and in.
Okay.
So a couple pros there. All right, what do you think about foot position? Where do you want your feet?
Do I have to put one up there now? Because for the other car, I didn't have to. But with this one, it's a higher surface.
Yep. So good thinking. If you put it up there higher, it's going to be a little harder to scoot forward, but it'll help guide your hips up and in. If you leave both of them out, as you get halfway up that transfer, they're going to be pulling you forward and out. The riskiest thing with a transfer like this is you falling there. It's unlikely that you're going to really fall back here because of the way it's set up. So the riskiest thing is if your butt goes there. And with your legs both out, they'll probably try and pull you that direction. So I tend to start by trying to get one leg in. And with really high cars, sometimes I'll do two. It just depends. For this one, let's try one. It's going to depend a little bit on your spasms and how they want to cooperate. And I can help you get that up if you'd like. Ooh, buddy. Good. And then I'll kind of pull it as far forward as possible. And then bring your right leg a little farther over on the foot plate. Yep, as much as it'll go. You might not go too far. Good? Yep. Okay. Anything else we need to do before we put the slide board under?
I don't know if I should scoot forward first or put the board first. What is better?
I think let's stick with what you've been doing in putting the board first and then scooting, and then just adjusting the board afterwards.
Okay.
And then last thing is the side guard.
Yeah.
That's alright. That's alright. Alright, I'm going to take the long slide board from you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now the important part, head-hip relationship. Where's your head going to be going for this?
This way.
Okay, down and to the right, outside the cut. And then where do you want your hands, do you think?
One on the board.
Okay.
And the cushion.
Yep.
Yeah.
As close to that hip as you can get it so that you can use that as your power arm. This one you're not going to really pull with. That'll be counterproductive. You want to make sure you're pushing with that right one and hop it as close to your hip. We're not going to make it in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you do most of the work. So you're going to have to do a push and then hop that hand closer, and then do a push, hop that hand closer.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You feeling all right?
That's a little scary.
It
but
is. It's new. It's new and different.
much fun.
Maybe try scooting your hips just a little bit to start. And it'll be a little hard with your foot up.
So now I have my hand on the cushion.
Okay.
And 1, 2.
Good. Hop that hand closer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give another push again.
1, 2, 3.
Nice. Hop it closer. Good. Give another push again.
1, 2. Oh.
Nice job. Okay. You can lean back against that seat and bring your leg up and in.
Couldn't you use that next time, with the handle right here?
You can. I don't know how much I trust that.
Okay, okay.
It's with really high cars you have to. So with yours, you might have to use that, but it's kind of counterproductive for transfers that are like this different, because as soon as her hand goes up, her head comes up, and then her hips are more likely to slide off into that dangerous spot that we
Okay.
talked about.
Okay.
Whereas if her hands are down, it forces her to keep her head down, which keeps her hips back and safely on the board.
Okay. So avoid it if possible.
So avoid it if you can.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it's the only option when you're getting into something really high.
Okay.
Nice job though. That wasn't so bad, right?
How was that?
So with your help,
It looks easy from here.
for her.
Yeah, but
have to
I
fight
mean,
yourself
I
too.
wasn't helping a ton.
Of course.
Would be beautiful.
Yes, do I think you needed some help? You probably wouldn't have gotten too far without it.
Yeah,
Yes, this
yeah.
time around, but this was the first time you did it. And you did a really nice job of keeping your head down and away. That's the hardest part.
Yeah, because it's a little scary.
Yeah, because you're looking at the floor. Like, that's kind of disconcerting. But you did a really good job of it. And what helps keep you safe there is that your foot is up,
Yeah.
so it won't let you just totally tumble out. You did really well. All right, ready to come out, or you want to rest a little bit? Okay. All right, so Ford will go first.